with Vic Faust.
Happy Tuesday. Roz here. Vic's here. You wear a hat all the time, don't you? Or a lot of the time? Do you wear your hat during the summer too?
Sometimes a baseball cap, but no, I just like wearing it in the winter for real. Especially these beanies, yeah.
Yeah, the beanies work for you, my friend. Good morning, everybody. 6:06, easing you into this Tuesday, February 3rd. 3rd already?
Yeah.
February 3rd. You know what's interesting too? This is, I think it's like, I saw this come down yesterday. February. When you look at the calendar, it is the first time that it's a phenomenon when you look, it's an exact alignment. 1 through 7, Sunday through Monday, and all the way down through the 28th. Each day, a full alignment. 7 days across, 7 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where Saturday's this, today obviously is the 3rd. A full alignment. That won't happen again until 2037. Maybe people that I looked at it was like,
That's cool.
It is cool. I thought it was cool. We're coming off a supermoon last night. I was like, okay, here we go. February's getting a little wild. May not feel like it, but there's a lot of alignment that is right there for you. You take it. It's right there. This is Art City now. I'm not talking about alignment. Producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. So happy you guys are with us today. We're here till 8 o'clock. Art City now. We've got a lot of things to talk about. St. Louis wise and other national stories. A lot of sports, some other news stories. Of course, we love it if you guys jump in. Let us know what you got going on as well. Like, subscribe, share the show, and of course, jump in, be a part of it. Love it when you guys participate. That's why we're here. It's because of you guys. You make it all worthwhile. The other thing, weather today, we're on an upward trend. It's supposed to be 35 today. Then I think 31 tomorrow. But then we've got 7 or 8 straight days of climbing temperatures. Middle to 30s, upper 30s, 40s for the weekend. Sunny. That's going to feel like 60. Well, maybe at least 50 when we get you here into the area, at least after what we have had. So, yeah, enjoy it. We're on an upward trend. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Also, if you guys have story ideas, jump in on the show. Of course, you can always give us a call, 855-282-8255. We are your Lou information station, and we are live and on demand at louinfo.com. Always appreciate what you guys are about. Keeping us updated on what's happening throughout the community as well. And it doesn't matter what it is. What's going on? What do you want to talk about? What should we talk about when it comes to those news headlines? We'll get into the Blues last night. I don't even know if you saw what happened to them yet, Rye, but it was not good. It was shocking. They lost to Nashville. They were up 5-1. I was like,
Wait, what?
the Blues.
Nashville, they were up 5-1.
The Blues were up 5-1 at Nashville and ended up losing 6-5. Yeah. They were leading 5-1, and they were flying around. They looked amazing, absolutely amazing. And then it all fell apart. Nashville came back, scored 2 quick goals in the second period. So it was 5-3 going into the third. I mean, there was no defense. I mean, it was just flying around, second period. It's been a long time since I've seen a game like that. So anyway, they get beat, and I was like, oh, no, this is not good. Not good, not what we want, not what it should be, but that's what happened. So anyway, we'll get into the Blues. They have one more game Wednesday night, and then the All-Star break hits. It's like, oh, no. The Cardinals have a new broadcast network with Major League Baseball, so how you can watch your Cardinals baseball. It's like everything else. It's pay-per-view. You're going to pay per month to watch the Cardinals. You're going to have to. It's like I pay per month to watch the Blues, and that's going to be on a different network. So we'll see how that's going to work out, for Cardinals baseball and watching, especially when they're going to put a product on the field that doesn't look like it's ready to compete for a division title, especially a pennant, much less a World Series. We'll see what Cardinals fans do about that. It is one of our pastimes here in St. Louis, that's for sure. The Billy Canos slew up to 19 in the AP poll, baby. I told you yesterday they were going to be a top 20 team. They continue win. They're going to be around a 11 or 12 team if they continue. If they went out, they'll be maybe around 10.
Oh yeah, what seed would you think?
That's what I'm saying. It's like that'd be a 3-4 seed. I don't see how they can make them any lower.
In St. Louis for 2 games too.
But they would be in St. Louis. That's what we're talking about. That's what the interesting part of that would be. So they've got a game tonight. They're on the road, taking on another mid A10 team, 13-8 Davidson. All the rest of the conference looks alike to me besides the Billikens. So the Cardinals also finalizing a deal to get a trade with Brendan Donovan, one of the Cardinals' favorites, arguably their best all-around player. And a lot of people love Brendan. He would be headed to Seattle, thus showing more of the turnaround for this Cardinals team. And you've already heard the talk about the lockout with baseball after the season. So they would play this season. Then there's a rumored lockout that's coming. Then there wouldn't be another season, allegedly, or most of it gone. And then you would come back. You're talking about a Cardinals team maybe not having a chance to have anything for 3 years, maybe 4 years. When you think about the timing of that, they're not going to be competing this year. I mean, we could be wrong. They could be a story like Angels in the Outfield or something, Hollywood movie. But then if there's not a season after that, that's 2 years. Then you come back the next year and you're like, who's on this team? You're still young and unproven. And that would be, another 3 years on top of the 4 years. I really get concerned for Cardinals baseball because one of my problems is I've got to live more in the moment. But I'm looking down the line going, people, I see an issue and a problem. Same thing I saw with the Blues. Looking down the line going, I don't see where this team is going to be able to do this and do that. And it's been a nightmare year for the Blues. And last night's example was terrible. Somebody won a Scratchers, a new Missouri lottery game over off Goodfellow, $2 million Scratchers ticket. Pretty nice. $20 Scratchers ticket. So you're taking a big risk with $20. $20 ticket, won $2 million. It's like, okay, I got you. I can only imagine how many $20 tickets are purchased and nothing comes out of them. That would be an issue too. Another story too, a nice story, Olympic related. When it comes to a U.S. women's hockey player's family, there's 2 brothers. One used to play in the NFL. One's deciding whether he's going to be playing in the NFL again. They got together to make an Olympic dream come true for a family. I'm talking about the Kelsey brothers. We can get into that as well. You guys will just have to keep us posted on anything else that's going on. So as you can see, we've got some stories to get into, some things to talk about. Anything else for a February 3rd? And then you've also got more on the halftime show that's going to compete with the Super Bowl show. Turning Point USA was putting together a show. We'll get into that. That's a big part of that show. That was just to go head to head with the Bad Bunny show. They're like, well, if the NFL is going to make it a liberal halftime show, then we'll make a conservative one just to make it equal. So that's what you're going to go on. We'll talk about that one. If you guys heard anything else about that. I did say SLU has a basketball game tonight. They're on the road. We've also got some news from Lambert. So we've got an organization that's leaving Lambert. See if that'll mess with anything from the standpoint. Are you a Doritos guy? Did you tell me you were Doritos?
I like Doritos. They're good.
Well, the takeout, I've never been really a big Doritos guy, but they did the rankings. There's 14 different flavors.
Seems like right.
I mean, can you imagine that? 14 freaking different flavors. By the way, the number one flavor of Doritos, if you haven't checked from that standpoint, I thought it would have just been regular.
Cool Ranch.
Nacho cheese regular.
Yeah.
The regular, went with the regular. And I'm wondering if do you know people who eat Doritos and go for a specific flavor?
No. I just get the Cool Ranch.
Number 2, Cool Ranch.
Yeah.
You got it right there. Number 3, spicy sweet chili. Didn't even know they had these flavors. I just don't eat Doritos. Number 4, the flaming hot Cool Ranch. I do remember that when my son would eat Doritos, that's what he would eat. I do remember those. Number 5, Jacked Ranch dipped hot wings flavor for Doritos. Oh my gosh. Number 6, the Salsa Verde. Checking in at 7, sweet and tangy barbecue. 8, flaming hot lemon or limon. 9, the twisted queso. And 10, late night loaded taco.
Never even had that or heard of that.
Yep, those are your top 10 Dorito flavors. Oh yeah, we aim to please with all the news that's so important for you on a Tuesday morning. I almost called it a Wednesday morning, trying to push the week ahead. Yeah, here we go. And it is interesting. And then of course I don't know, we talk about the Super Bowl and how big of a show it is, and obviously people are watching all of those things. The NFL had their first media day yesterday for the Super Bowl week. It's a big deal. As they hit San Francisco, where the Super Bowl is, clearly. They have a lot of security there, clearly, that they're working with. They talked about up security when it comes to the Super Bowl. Can't take anything for granted. That's true. You can't. You really can't. You just hope that it all goes off. And but you know what is also interesting too? Jelly roll is what I mean. Like a lot of people it's like there's just so much controversy now. When it comes to the Super Bowl, Jelly Roll came out and he was a recipient of 3 Grammys for Best Contemporary Country Album, Best Contemporary Christian Music Performance Song, and Best Country Duo Group Performance. He's a very, very public Tennessee Titans fan. I don't know how he'd have to feel about Brian Dable as their newest offensive coordinator. Dable didn't show us a lot in New York with the Giants, although he did have a good quarterback finally, or at least looked like a good. They were asked him kind of a lose-lose question, who he would want to see perform at the Super Bowl. And you know what it's like? Well, he said, I've been waiting for somebody to ask me a halftime performance question. And he says the Super Bowl could possibly come to Nashville in the next 3 to 5 years. Oh, do they have a new stadium in Nashville? I didn't know that. Normally they take the Super Bowl where there's new stadiums. Yep,
Hmm.
Nashville's getting a new stadium.
Oh wow.
He says, "I have a dream that they do a country music themed halftime show," and I bet they would. And he's like, "Just let me do a little 20 or 30-second thing in it." He's like, "But he would love to see Tim McGraw, Garth Brooks, Reba McEntire, and maybe Dolly Parton. That would be an old time country or an older country music halftime show. That's for sure. Kenny Chesney, throw him in. Um, yeah. So anyway, where else did he say? Yeah. Anyway, and then he got into some political things. Got it. There you go. All good from that standpoint. Hey guys, this is Art City now. We're off and rolling on a Tuesday morning. Glad you're with us. It's always dark 30 when we're here from our beautiful studios in Kirkwood, Missouri, the J. Randolph Jr. Studios on Manchester Road. We look out and see the sunrise, which usually happens right before 7 o'clock at this point in time, as we're into the month of February now. Appreciating everything that's going there with you guys, jumping in on the show, liking, being a part of everything that we do as well, promoting our wonderful city and everything that's in it from that standpoint. As you can see, lots going on. And we'll, of course, get to all of that comes up. The show always goes super, super fast. By the way, they always sing America the Beautiful at the Super Bowl as well. And they've got several artists who are singing or who are going to be a part of the show this year. The lineup includes the pregame entertainment, Charlie Pugh, Coco Jones, Brandy Carlisle, each artist performing a signature pregame song ahead of the kickoff show. So there's a lot of entertainment coming up for Sunday's game. It's going to be Brandy Carlisle performing America the Beautiful during the Super Bowl pregame show. She's a highly acclaimed singer, songwriter, 11 Grammy wins, multiple Emmy Awards, and an Oscar nomination as well. So that's who gets that. Charlie Pugh is going to perform the national anthem. So then, of course, if you're into the gambling and the betting, you can bet on how long Charlie Pugh's national anthem song will go. I'm going over right now, whatever that total is. I have no idea. I just have a feeling. We'll check in on Monday next week to see how that goes. And then Coco Jones is set to sing Lift Every Voice and Sing. That's from Santa Clara. Of course, that's Sunday about 5:35, whatever the case may be. Yeah, there you go. Last time that Levi Stadium hosted the big game, Super Bowl 50, it was the Broncos defeating the Carolina Panthers 24-10. And you don't know who the quarterback was in that, do you? Winning quarterback for the Broncos?
Wait, in what year again?
2016.
Oh, Peyton Manning.
Do you remember who he beat with Carolina?
Yeah, Cam.
Cam Newton.
Fumble, he ain't dive on it, right?
Yeah, there you go. I'm impressed, young blood. Yes, you do remember that. That was the last time they had a Super Bowl there, 24-10. And it really wasn't that good of a Super Bowl. It's kind of boring. I remember that.
That's what I remember too.
It just was, okay. Last year's was boring too, watching the Chiefs get absolutely destroyed. That could have been a whole lot better than what that was. Not so great. Not so great at all, my friend. And then we'll see where it's going this year. The spread is 4.5 points, by the way.
2 years in a row, it should have been the Rams in the Super Bowl. I'll say it again. You just can't get over that hump.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. I'm with you. I feel bad for you. That's your team. And this is definitely a window for the Rams. There's no doubt about that. Definitely a window for the Rams right now. How long is Matthew Stafford going to stick around? One more year, maybe?
I don't even know. Like
maybe one more year.
Yeah.
By the way, I talked about SLU. They're number 19 in the AP poll now, which is really, really cool. So glad to see that. But Illinois is now number 5 in the country. Number 5. And they've got a team that could not only go to the Final Four, they're good enough to win it. They are. And wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun? Illinois gets back to action tomorrow in Champaign against Northwestern, while the Billikens have a game tonight. They're at Davidson tonight, so they get a chance to win. And by the way, this 19th ranking for the Billikens, this is their best ranking, highest, if you want to say that, highest best ranking since 2014. That's how it's 12 years. They made it to number 18, and they're going to be above 18 this year. 18, and they ended up winning the Atlantic 10 championship that year. So the Billikens face Davidson tonight after their new ranking of number 19. So people are getting excited about the Billikens. I think you haven't. I told you about the price, and I asked somebody else yesterday. They got tickets late, but it cost them $100 to go to that Dayton game. And they said that their seats weren't like down on the court or anything.
Yeah, that's so happy I'm not.
But supply and demand, if people want to go to the games, that's what happens. And then, of course, if people are selling tickets and you set them at a certain price and people are buying them, that's what's going to happen. And everybody wants to, be a part of it. It's a fun story. They're a likable team. And let's just be real. We don't have anything else going on in St. Louis right now that is a whole lot of fun and excitement.
True. Because you can go to a hockey game and be up 5-1 and still lose.
Oh, man. We'll break that down more, too. I felt so bad. It's, that was not a good deal. And on top of it, the dads are traveling with them. Normally, the Blues do very well when it's the dad's trip. The dads travel with them. And you're up 5-1. Buchnevich is looking like a guy that's actually earning his contract, a hat trick. 5-1. You're like, this is the Blues, baby. They're playing so well. Their dads are with them. And then it all fell apart. I was like, uh-oh, this ain't a good look. So anyway, we're here, Arch City Now, till 8 o'clock. Glad you're with us. We do interviews with people all across the area as well. If you guys have people that you'd love to see, profiled businesses, so forth, let us know. We'd love doing that for you. Here on Arch City Now, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Of course, you can always give us a call if you want to as well, 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. We are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. You can stream us live every day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. And, of course, jump in on the comments as well. Let us know you're there. Say hi, participate in the show. It's always a lot better when you guys are doing that, too. Okay, we'll come back. We'll get into the stories. We'll get into the Blues and what happened last night because that was just one more game before the Olympic break hits, and then who knows how much longer we're going to see this current group of Blues players actually playing together as you see them in dead last place in their division, second worst in the Western Conference. So we'll go ahead. We'll take the break. We'll come back after this. We are your Lou Information Station, live and on demand at louinfo.com. Producer Rise here doing his thing. I'm Vic Faust doing my thing. We'll take a quick break and come back right after this.
The Lou Information Station, a whole new way to enjoy content created just for those of us in the St. Louis area. It's a whole new way to advertise and promote your business. Reach out and find out just how different we are. If you're tired of one-sided advertising offerings or your traditional media rep trying to shove digital marketing down your throat, visit louinfo.com and click on advertising or email partnerships at louinfo.com for more information.
All right, Cam, be honest. New Year's resolution still holding strong?
Not so much, Kat, but I did decide on one thing that I'm sticking with. Making home life better in 2026.
And that's a good one. And if better includes more fun, more time outside, and less stress, then you need to talk to Merrimack Pools and Outdoors.
Absolutely. They build backyard escapes, pools, patios, outdoor kitchens, the kind of place everyone actually wants to hang out.
And now's the perfect time to plan. Don't wait until summer hits. Start now, get it designed right, and be ready when the warm weather shows up.
Merrimack Pools and Outdoors walks you through the whole process, from design to construction, and they do it the right way.
So if your New Year's goal is fewer trips, fewer crowds, and more memories at home, go to SplashSTL.com.
That's SplashSTL.com, and make this year the year your backyard finally wins. That's SplashSTL.com.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222.
Your LouInfo.com news report. A man accused of killing a woman inside a North St. Louis home appeared in court Monday. Mario D. Lee is charged with first-degree murder in the shooting death of 34-year-old Candace Horskins in December 2023. Police say Lee and Horskins were inside the home uninvited when a gunshot was heard. Horskins was found dead, and Lee fled the scene. A 4-alarm fire destroyed a winery in Missouri's wine country early Monday. More than a dozen departments responded to Wenwood Bay Winery near Herman after crews found the 15,000-square-foot building fully engulfed. The cause of the fire is under investigation. The Running USA conference continues today at Union Station with more than 700 race directors and industry leaders from across the country. And you may notice runners again today on downtown streets. Olympic gold medalist and East St. Louis native Dawn Harper Nelson opened the conference as the keynote speaker. Organizers say running is one of the fastest growing sports in America. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by Home Bank. Member FDIC. Secure your financial future by opening a high-yield checking account today. Go to myhomebank.bank to get started.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. A few showers possible today, maybe a mix of rain and freezing rain this morning, and then all rain this afternoon, mid-30s on today's high. Overnight, some clouds and upper teens. We get sunshine back on Wednesday, and we'll hit about 30. Warming up on Thursday, partly sunny and 40. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
St. Louis sports fans, now you can go deeper with STL Sports Central Insiders. Get exclusive access to Bernie Miklasz, Randy Carricker, Mike Claiborne, Jamal Mayers, and more. Plus, your chance to watch a Blues game in the alumni box with Jamal himself. Also, monthly giveaways, Bernie's columns all week, and you'll be supporting local sports media. Join now at stlsportscentral.com.
People ask all the time, who the heck is Low Cost Airlines? Well, we're not just one airline. When you're talking to us, you're talking to everyone. We are the discount supermarket for all airline tickets. Plus, we have all the airlines and always have the best prices. American, Delta, United, plus all the specialized international airlines and a lot more. And we make it easy. We guarantee you'll talk to a live human in 60 seconds. You can have the rate you need and have your trip booked in 5 minutes. Now, how cool is that? And remember, when you're talking to us, it's like talking to every single airline available with one fast phone call. All you need to do is call and find the best prices to fly wherever it is you want to go. So are you ready? Call Low Cost Airlines right now. 800-298-0306. 800-298-0306. 800-298-0306. That's 800-298-0306.
Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill has a new menu. Don't freak out. Hot Shots favorites are still there, like their famous wings, tacos, burgers, and pizzas. Plus, sure to be new faves like Big Philly egg rolls, the Bold and Hearty Slugger sandwich, the Buffalo chicken pizza, and 2 new wing sauces, Carolina Gold and Bourbon Glaze. And making a comeback, it's the return of Hot Shots' legendary waffle fries. So now there's even more to love at Hot Shots. Come try out the new menu at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Find the location nearest you at hotshotsnet.com.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, good morning. How you doing, St. Louis? This is Arch City Now. It's February 3rd. It's a Tuesday. So glad you're with us as we get up and welcome in the sunshine today. It's going to be about 35 degrees. It's supposed to be 31 tomorrow, but then for like the next 5, 6, 7 days, 6, 7. You're going to see temperatures in the upper 30s to the 40s. Looks pretty good, especially from where we've come from. Appreciate the weather. 6:36 is the time. 855-282-8255 if you want to jump in. Of course, X, Facebook, and YouTube is where you can stream us. We are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. You can always go to louinfo.com to check out all of our programming. By the way, Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us each day with the former Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. Always an entertaining show there as well. Okay, we're into it. We've got to talk about the Blues last night. It didn't go so well. They lost. They were up 5-1. Somehow, some way, they lose 6-5. I thought they had hit bottom this year. This is rock bottom. You got your dads traveling with you. You build a 5-1 lead in Nashville. You're buzzing and flying on the ice, flying around the ice better than I've seen you play all year. And then somehow, some way, a couple lapse in judgment errors allow Nashville to get back in to make it 5-2, then 5-3, and then they head into the third period. And Nashville scores 3 goals. It's like unfreaking believable. You're talking about a team that did everything right. They did everything right. Your biggest line, Buchnevich, Kyrou, Neighbors, 3 goals, 8 points. They looked like a threesome hockey line that should be taken serious, like serious. And then it all falls apart. The team just hasn't had consistency this year. They play with everybody. They do. I mean, they're in just about every single game. And then somehow, some way, they just can't put it together. They can't seal the deal. They can't finish it. And last night was another one of those situations where we saw it. No doubt it's an embarrassing loss. They always do, and I said this, they always seem to play well when they have their dads traveling with them. And they had their dads traveling. Now, the Blues were, they were coming off a disappointing loss to the Blue Jackets at home over the weekend. They've struggled against Nashville. They've just struggled against Nashville for whatever reason. So then they come out and they're playing pretty well last night. And of course, they get off to a really good start. And you see some of the things that were happening with their play and how they handled things. But you give up 3 third period goals and lose 6-5. It's like, okay. Jake Neighbors had a goal. He got things started. Then Buchnevich had 2. Broberg had 1. Parayko actually got 1. The unfortunate thing is, former Blue, Ryan O'Reilly, he had 2 goals last night. So it was good to see him. He had 2 goals against his former team as Nashville is competing. They're a legitimate shot. They're competing for one of those playoff spots, one of those spots which the Blues will not be competing for. They went after a lot of veterans, and it didn't work out last year, but this year it may work. Stamkos, Ryan O'Reilly, Forsberg, those guys have heated up. Those guys have all heated up for Nashville as they get set for the 2-week break that's coming up. So Blues lose. They're 20, 27, and 9. I'm not trying to be negative. They have the worst record in the league. Worst record in the league on the road. That's the first part. The second part is they're in last place in the division. And they're way, 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 way far away from sniffing the playoffs. They have 1 game coming up this week before the Olympic break. They will play Wednesday night. That's tomorrow night. And it doesn't get any easier. They play Dallas, who's one of the best teams in the league, and they're at Dallas. So obviously, if you look at that, you would think it's not going to be pretty good, but You've got the dads with them. Maybe they respond. Maybe they come back out and do what they have to do. And then it's a long break. I mean, we have a long break of hockey for St. Louis. The Stars will host the Blues. That'll be tomorrow night. And then the Blues don't play again until February 26th, over 2-week break because of the Olympic hockey break. So, I mean, that's 3-week break. You've got a 3-week break from February 21st, or excuse me, from February 4th through the 26th. So they'll be home for 2 games against Seattle and New Jersey when they come back. And when they come back, what will their team be? What will this team be? Who will still be around? That's what I'm trying to see. I mean, you have I don't know. It'll be the final push. Like 20 games, maybe something like that. I think they have. But anyway, or are they going to wait till the offseason to maybe shake some things up? But nonetheless, they've got some issues. Just sad to see what happened with the team, because we know that they can be very good. They've shown glimpses of it. It just hasn't been happening. For whatever reason, they can't put it together. And then you look at Joel Hofer had 28 saves, but he gave up 6 goals, including 3 in the third period. And the defense had some lapses. Nashville, by the way, they're barely over 500, but they're 26, 20, 23 and 6. So, they're in the hunt. Unfortunately, the Blues are not. The Blues right now, as we told you the record, they've got 49 points, man. Guys, they have 49 points. That's last place. Winnipeg, yeah, it's by like 4 points. So, but if the playoffs ended today, the other thing that's interesting, at least from looking at this, Nashville wouldn't even be in the playoffs. That's why they're competing with like 4 or 5 other teams for that spot right now. So we'll see. Blues Wednesday night, tomorrow night. Maybe they can get a nice win in Dallas. Feel good about themselves as they head to the break. If not, it's going to be a long break with a lot of decisions for the Blues to make and see who could be gone on this team. Bennington, Robert Thomas, Justin Falk. I mean, these are some guys that could be. Braden Shen, captain. I don't know. I look at the stretch run, and there are a lot of hockey teams that could use those players on their teams to make a Stanley Cup run. What are they willing to give up? What do the Blues want? Would it help them for next year? How far would it put the Blues behind? But as a St. Louis fan right now, if you're a Blues fan, it's like, wait a second, we're going through rebuilding with the Cardinals right now. Now we're going to go through another rebuild with the Blues. It's like, huh? What? We've got a brand new coach with St. Louis City SC. Hopefully,
falling off.
It's like, no, we got to win. Of course, we don't have NFL, and we don't have NBA. Mizzou football is decent. When it came to the hype, they're selling out every game. They've been selling out, which is great. 2 straight years, but you've got SLU basketball. That took us back to SLU. That was that whole thing again. It's like the number one story throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. I think it's SLU basketball. I said it yesterday. Do you agree? Do you see it?
Yes, I agree.
And who would have thought that when the season began?
Not me.
I mean, go back to August, September. Hey, the biggest sports story in January, February is going to be the St. Louis U Billikens. It's not the Blues. It's the Billikens. And that's where we are with this team. So the Blues have a lot of issues to take care of right now. Maybe we'll just chalk it up and get things back. I told you about February's alignment. Maybe it'd be good for the Blues. Get St. Louis aligned with that calendar. By the way, if people were just joining us, what I was talking about, if you look at the calendar, what happened or is happening this month of February will not happen again until 2037, where you have a perfect alignment of days. Sunday through Saturday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then all the way down 4 weeks to the 28th. 1 through 7, 8 through 15, 9, and all the way across to 28. It's pretty. I thought it was pretty cool. It's the total alignment will not happen again until 2037. How that plans and how that falls in the calendar. And that was coming off a huge full moon. And a lot of things happening here in February, people. Jump in on it. Jump in on that power, that action, that alignment. Hopefully it'll work for the Billikens, for the Illini, and, of course, Mizzou basketball as they get going with some of that action and those things that are headed. I just get a little frustrated when I see what's happened with St. Louis when it comes from that standpoint. But, hey, my friend, you never know. It could be a whole lot worse. It says Art City now, 855-282-8255. There's a new Missouri lottery game. It's called the 40th Anniversary Scratchers game. They launched it December 29th. And, of course, if you launch something, what do you want to do? You want to get some buzz out there, right? Well, they got their buzz. The first $2 million Scratchers ticket was won over at 710 Goodfellow Boulevard. The Gas Mart over there had a $2 million Scratchers ticket. Somebody got lucky. That's for sure. By the way, Scratchers ticket. Imagine scratching off one of those tickets and seeing $2 million. How many times you have to look at it? Go, wait a second. What? I just scratched off a $2 million winner. Players across Missouri have already claimed more than $10 million. Plenty of prizes still unclaimed. The Missouri Lottery says more than $40.6 million in prizes remain unclaimed, including another $2 million top prize, $100,000 second tier prize, and 4 $86,000 prizes. I've always wondered, they don't put them all out at once, do they?
I don't think
so. How does that work? Because they say they've got all these unclaimed prizes. Or are they at the bottom of the, you got to make it, I don't know how it goes. By the way, last year, 2025, St. Louis City players won $44 million in lottery prizes. Sounds like a lot. City retailers earned $4.1 million in commissions and bonuses. $19.6 million in lottery proceeds went towards education programs in St. Louis as well. So they put that out there for you as well to see everything that is happening there. You just try to promote the city of St. Louis, the things that are happening here, what's going on, and so forth. All right. Did you ever get a Scratchers ticket? You ever buy one?
No. I haven't yet. I don't. I'd rather just do like a player prop.
Bet on yourself.
Yeah, bet on me knowing the player, like instead of just winging it and hoping.
He's talking about wagering. I agree with you. I think that I would probably, you're right, put $20 on trying to put a little edge of your mind into it. I could totally see that. Yeah, why not? Of course. But it's still fun to talk. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I think, what is that? Mega Millions? I think Mega Millions is getting up there, maybe $350 million as well. So, if you want to play, that's all there for you as well. So, we are Arch City now, covering all St. Louis. Jump in, people, if you want to, when it comes to the show, X, Facebook, YouTube, and so forth. Appreciate you guys being a part of our show as we were giving you some of those headlines. By the way, one of the things that we'll have to wait and see what happened, the National Aviation Services, NAS, they serve over 30 airports across the United States. They're leaving Lambert. They said it affects 48 employees, and they ended their contract with Southwest. So have to see how that goes. The NAS director said that workers were under contract within 3 departments that they're going to have layoffs. And it was in interior aircraft operations, janitorial operations. So We'll see how that affects anything. The aviation company also said that they're working with Missouri's Division of Workforce Development and Rapid Response to help those employees because nobody wants to lose a job. That's for sure. That happens about April 1st or around April 1st when all of that is going to, I guess, hit home. From that standpoint, of course, that is not good news for some of the people, those things that are going on. By the way, if you didn't see as well, we talked, you got the Billikens tonight. They are going to be playing at Davidson. That's an 8 p.m. start. SLU is ranked 19th. Their best ranking, if you're just joining us today, since 2014. They reached 18 in 2014 when they won the Atlantic 10. And we all expect them to win the Atlantic 10 this year and go and be ranked much higher than where they are right now. That's for sure. It'd be fun to watch them. And of course, we talked about them last segment, just making sure we put that up a little bit too. Dude, what, Eddie Bauer facing Chapter 11 bankruptcy? I remember Eddie Bauer was rocking and rolling.
I don't even know.
Eddie Bauer Clothing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hey, by the way, also, yeah. Okay. I gotcha. It's all good. I also thought this was a pretty funny story. Checking bags, trying to save money. A woman traveling to New York was refusing to pay $50 for a checked bag at United. So she told people what she was doing. And, she paid hundreds of dollars for an airplane ticket. And then, of course, when you have to check baggage and the fees go on to that. So now she used to get a 2-for-1 deal on hers through United Airlines. But then now she put a video out with over 60,000 views. She's a TikToker Olivia Juice. Her name is Olivia Juice. She shows 2 large suitcases taped together in her home before the flight. So what she does is she packs cardboard around them and adds another layer of tape to make the 2 suitcases look like they're one large parcel. So then on the screen text, it reads, POV, United Airlines wanted to charge me $50 per bag. So I got creative. She taped them together with cardboard. So she packs the cardboard around them and adds another layer of tape to make the 2 suitcases look like one.
Inspirational. That's smart right there.
They accepted it. They accepted it as one. But doesn't it have to be a certain weight?
I thought they weigh it, but maybe they don't.
It would have to be a certain weight. I thought. This is what I thought was interesting too. According to the United Airlines website, the first checked bag is $40. The second is $50. The bags must be under 50 pounds for the economy travelers in order to avoid paying the overweight fees on top of the original cost. So the TikToker shares in a comment that the total weight of the taped together bags came in just under $50 or 50 pounds, which allowed her to skip the second bag fee and overweight charges. So, she saved herself $50 by taping 2 suitcases together. I mean, hey, more power to you. I mean, you have time to do it. You want to save the money and they accept it. There you go. Where there's a will, there's a way. And that's a perfect example of that happening and what was going on. Wow. Good for her. Olivia, if you want to check her out once again, that is Olivia Juice. She is a traveler. I guess she brings information to traveling from that standpoint. It's like, okay, all right, we got it. Olivia, thanks for doing that. It is 6:56 on this Tuesday morning. The sun's starting to come up already today. That's nice. Just before 7 o'clock. It was just about a week or 2 weeks ago where the sun wasn't rising until about 7:10 or something like that. So at least we get to see that, which isn't too bad. All right, we'll take it there. By the way, this is Art City Now, producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. Glad you guys are with us. When we come back in the second hour, already zipped through an hour. Obviously, we've got the Blues stuff you can jump in from last night. What happened? Just when we thought things couldn't get any worse, it did last night. Now I just feel bad. I feel bad for the guys. The dads are traveling with the team after they lost a huge lead. SLU basketball tonight. The best story in town. Sports, non-sports. They're in action tonight on the road at Davidson. They've got a brand new ranking. The Illini are rocking and rolling from a college basketball standpoint. That's good. We've got Super Bowl news. It is Super Bowl week, media day today as well, where you start to hear from the players and see some of the things that are going on from that standpoint. The Cardinals getting ready to trade Brendan Donovan, and they have a new network. We'll get into all that Cardinal stuff. When we come back from the break. You are listening to Art City Now. You can watch us on X, Facebook, and YouTube. 590 AM, of course, as always. We are your Lou information station, and we are live and on demand at louinfo.com. Producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. We'll take that quick break, and we'll be back right after this with more Art City Now.
Today, business moves fast. Don't fall behind your competitors. Contact CTS, Commercial Technology Solutions, today for your voice and data needs, including networking, internet, and video conferencing. We offer 24-hour emergency service with competitive rates and an A+ rating from the BBB. At Commercial Technology Solutions, it's all about service, solutions, and stability. Contact them in Missouri at 314-421-3550, in Illinois at 618-452-3550, and online at ctsphone.com.
Listen up, fellow timeshare owners. If you're a timeshare owner and you want out at all costs, you're done, frustrated, tired of wasting money, you don't use the darn thing. Get out now. Hire the best Bulldog timeshare cancellation team in the business. Their in-house legal team, headed by a timeshare cancellation lawyer, can help you fight the biggest and baddest companies out there that sell timeshare. At some point, you were using your timeshare, but now you're not, and you're tired of wasting money. Before you go to the poorhouse, call right now and learn how you can stop the maintenance fees and put more money back in your pocket. Their services cost you a lot less than you think, and you'll save a lot of money over time. Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline now. It's a free consultation.
800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. That's 800-824-5131.
St. Louis sports fans, now you can go deeper with STL Sports Central Insiders. Get exclusive access to Bernie Miklasz, Randy Carricker, Mike Claiborne, Jamal Mayers, and more. Plus, your chance to watch a Blues game in the alumni box with Jamal himself. Also, monthly giveaways, Bernie's columns all week, and you'll be supporting local sports media. Join now at stlsportscentral.com.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood.
Daddy is out of the cleaning up dump business.
KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis.
Radio News. I'm John Summers. President Trump announced Project Vault, a $12 billion initiative to stockpile rare earth minerals to reduce U.S. reliance on China. Speaking from the Oval Office Monday, Trump said the mineral stockpiles modeled after the nation's emergency oil reserves. Several companies, including General Motors, Boeing, and Alphabet's Google, have signed on to the project. The minerals are used for everything from iPhones to jet engines. Trump welcomes the Colombian president to the White House today.
I look forward to seeing him. He's coming in. We're going to be talking about drugs because tremendous amounts of drugs come out of his country.
Trump said he'll discuss the flow of drugs coming from the region with Colombia's President Gustavo Petro at the White House. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Christine Holmes says immigration agents in Minneapolis start wearing body cams. President Trump backs the move.
They generally tend to be good for law enforcement because people can't lie about what's happening. So it's generally speaking, I think 80% good for law enforcement.
Nome took to X Monday to make the announcement, saying as funding's available, it will also be expanded nationwide, adding it's in the interest of transparency. Authorities say everyone's accounted for after a building explosion and blaze in Nashua, New Hampshire. That blast happened Monday afternoon at Greater Nashua Mental Health and sparked a 4-alarm fire. The state's fire marshal said there were about 40 people in the building before a gas leak was reported around 2:15. 3 firefighters suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Elon Musk's SpaceX is acquiring XAI, an artificial intelligence startup which also owns the X social media platform. The deal combines the two companies owned by Musk, who said in a release it was aimed at pursuing AI data centers in outer space. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Maybe this is you too. There's enormous frustration right now with healthcare costs. It is amazing. Healthcare costs for families in the last 20 years have almost tripled, and it just keeps getting worse. All this to say, this is why MediShare is so in demand right now. People are looking for alternatives, and MediShare is proven you can save thousands of dollars a year and actually like it more. Over 1 million Americans are now part of healthcare sharing, and MediShare is the gold standard. It's trusted. It works. It's been helping people save money and have peace of mind now for 30 plus years. It's not some big impersonal thing either. It's a community of people like you helping each other. So yeah, if you're frustrated too, here's your chance to make a refreshing. You'll notice the difference as soon as you call. They're easy to talk to. You can get a price within 2 minutes. Here is the number. Call 855-SHARE-40. That's 855-SHARE-40. 855-SHARE.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222. 222-2222.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown and Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. Brown and Crouppen, you pay front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown and Crouppen.
Introducing the Key STL Burger Bar and Boogie, your new home in the Grand Center Arts District. The Key STL is where the music plays, the game is always on, and the dance floor is open. The Burger Bar features the ultimate smash burger experience with premium pasture-raised local beef and a dozen house-made sauces to top it all off. It's the Key STL Burger Bar and Boogie, 3225 Olive in Midtown. Before, during, or after any game, this is the spot, St. Louis. Find out more at thekeystl.com.
Fast Track Auto Transport has been a trusted leader in vehicle shipping for over 25 years, providing reliable, affordable service across the U.S. Fast Track offers fast and safe transportation solutions for individuals, dealerships, fleets, and businesses of all sizes. The Fast Track team prides itself on honest communication, competitive pricing, and real-time tracking, which gives our customers peace of mind from pickup to delivery. Whether you're shipping a single car or managing a large fleet, Fast Track delivers a smooth, hassle-free experience every time. Come see why Fast Track Auto Transport has been St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs for over 25 years. The trusted way, the safe way, the Fast Track way. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004. That's ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
The Lou Information Station presents Art City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys. Hello. It is Tuesday, February 3rd. This is Art City Now. Welcome into the show. Old producer Rice here. I'm Vic Faust. Wake up, St. Louis, as you get up and at it today. It's 7:05. We're rocking and rolling. Glad you're with us. Jumping on the show if you want to. You can always call 855-282-0700. 8255, or let us know how things are going on X, Facebook, and YouTube. We do appreciate that as well. We are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. And of course, Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us each day. The former Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes bringing you all of their excitement, their fun right after the show. Okay. We are here. We're ready to go with this. One thing we haven't gotten into, and believe it or not, it's already that time it's almost next week, February 12th. What is it? 9 days? 11? Yeah, 12 days. We have, if you haven't seen yet, Cardinals pitchers and catchers reporting. Not a lot of excitement, not a lot of hype, not a lot of buzz right now with this team, and that's fine, and we understand why, and that's just the state of Cardinals baseball right now. You know what? It is what it is, and we make the most of it. Hopefully they'll exceed expectations, and a lot of things in life are about expectations, so we'll see where it goes. What we do have is this. We have some Cardinals news. They report next week to start building or putting together the team that they have. Okay. So we've got that. Then you've got a situation where now we finally know where you're going to be able to watch Cardinals baseball. Not sure how you feel about it, what's going on from that standpoint. Jim, it'd be nice to get him. Jim, if you're listening, when you get in, we'd love to have you jump in on the show. I know you've got 2 hours of your own show coming up, but it would still be nice to see if you could get in and the studio and come explain some of this stuff to us. But Major League Baseball is going to produce the Cardinals broadcast, and the games are going to be available on cable through MLB.com. So not sure if you saw this story yesterday, but here is what's going to happen. You can invest in, pay for a full season subscription for $99.99. You can watch all Cardinals baseball for $100 this summer, or you can do it on a month-by-month basis, $19.99. So that's what they have decided to do. It's been, I don't know, man. It's just been a very weird, discombobulated media rollout of what has happened and the broadcast. All of it's just been kind of bizarre, at least to me. So Major League Baseball said that they're going to produce and distribute all the team's market games. Those broadcasts will be available through traditional cable and satellite providers and blackout-free broadcast on Cardinals.tv, MajorLeagueBaseball.com, that's MLB.com, plus the MLB app. Now, the Cardinals say that their top priority is making sure that fans can watch their team as easily as possible. Of course, we hope that that's the case. Whether you prefer cable, satellite, or streaming, it's all about uninterrupted access to every in-market game through the new model. Cardinals aren't the first team to do this. If you've been paying attention, they're the 8th team to do this. Other organizations have already jumped in and kind of put this model forward as a possibility for their markets. This, of course, with the issues that we've had or we've seen with FanDuel and what has happened there. So the other teams that are working with Major League Baseball doing this are the Arizona Diamondbacks. You've got the Washington Guardians, San Diego Padres. Hold on a second. My screen keeps moving up and down. It's like, wait a second. We already had that. Love it when the computer starts doing its own thing. The San Diego Padres, the Colorado Rockies, the Minnesota Twins, the Seattle Mariners, and the Nationals. So that's what you have right now. That is the deal when it comes to watching Cardinal baseball this year. Curious your thoughts from that standpoint. If people are in that situation, $9 for the entire season, $19.99 per month. It works out. I guess wonder how bar owners feel about that too, how that's going to work out for them compared to what they normally do, what they're normally saying that they need for their broadcast as well. So when they try to put it on. So the Cardinals finally found a home, and we'll see how it all works out for everybody. Of course, we just want to watch this team play, and of course, we don't know how long Major League Baseball is going to be around. For example, there's rumors about a lockout after this season. That would be after this season. And of course, what concerns me about that is the fact that you've got the Cardinals who are coming off a not so great season, maybe two of them. And then we don't know what to expect this year. I mean, it doesn't look like, they've already said it's going to be a rebuilding year. Apathetic fans were definitely the story last year. And all you had to do was look at the stadium halfway through towards the end of the season. You didn't have fans that were there caring, showing up to games. And then you come into this year and you already know, not really looking to compete. If baseball's taken away then a year after that, then we're looking 3 years down the line. It's like, it's been a long time separating Cardinal success from where we'll be at that point in time as well. And will a lot of fans, we know that this can be a great baseball city. It's already proven to be. But if and when a lockout would occur, would that really be something that would push fans away again? We saw what happened in 94, and it did. It did. I just get worried for baseball when I see that. I do. And I think that's a legitimate concern. It's a legitimate conversation of where the sport is, where it's going, what it's doing, ratings, so forth and such. So that's the issue. That's the take when it comes to where we are right now. With the Cardinals, at least they have their broadcast center taken care of from that standpoint. And we'll have to see who they have doing the games, how that's all going to work out and so forth. But my gosh, it was not working out, that whole situation, as we saw things that were happening with FanDuel. That's for sure. That was not a good situation anywhere whatsoever. So the Cardinals also making some news. We know that they're kind of in a sell-off stage, or are not kind of. Several reports yesterday have the Cardinals as part of a three-way team trade with Seattle and Tampa. Brendan Donovan, the big name, the 29-year-old Cardinal, been one of the Cardinals' favorite players for a lot of fans. He hit 287 last season, 10 home runs, 50 RBIs, played multiple positions, second base, third base, the outfield. He can do a lot. And he's been a very good player for this team. Very good player. And now they've been talking, teams allegedly talking for weeks now, several weeks, maybe months throughout the entire offseason. But the Mariners would get Brendan Donovan, so he would head to Seattle, and he would help that team immediately. And they've got a good team. He joins a contender right out of the gate. The Rays would receive third baseman Ben Williamson. The Cardinals would get a switch hitter, Durangelo Jacinte, outfielder Ty Pete, and outfielder Colton Ledbetter. And they would get a composition B draft pick. So once again, Cardinals building for the future. And you're like, okay, they're ready to, I guess, bite that bullet, so to speak, for this next season about who they are, where they're going, what they'll be, and just how good they'll actually be. And it's like, okay, we need some excitement. We're looking to the spring here. Pitchers and catchers reporting next week. We're coming out of a really bad hockey season where the Blues are not going to make the playoffs. So we need some good news. And we may have gotten a little bit more good news with things that just were announced. And I liked seeing this when it came out. But one thing that just happened this morning, or it's been announced that we can now see, is St. Louis And Energizer Park, the soccer park, has been chosen to do 2028 Olympic soccer matches. Now, these are the qualifiers. They'd be the preliminary and knockout stage match for the 2028 LA Games. So Olympic competition will return to St. Louis. That's really cool. It's the LA 28 Olympic and Paralympic Games. So they announced this morning that Energizer Park is going to host some of those knockout games. So the 28 will actually mark the return of the Olympic competition to St. Louis, Mayor Kara Spencer said. We hosted the Olympic Games right here in St. Louis in 1904. And of course, while a few things have changed since then, we know that these games will showcase the absolute best of our city. So that's something cool to look forward to, 2 years from now. The other venues chosen besides Energizer Park, home of St. Louis City, New York Stadium, Columbus Stadium, Nashville Stadium, San Jose Stadium, and San Diego Stadium. So St. Louis in the mix with that. Beautiful venue. And of course, we know we're a terrific soccer city as well. If you're looking for tickets to the soccer matches or any other Olympic competition, registration for the ticket draw is now open already, believe it or not. So you can get into the registration if you want to try to get some of those tickets. You need to do that now through March 18th. And you can look that up. It's very simple. It's under tickets.la28.org. Once again, that's tickets.la.org 28. That's where they are from that standpoint. Yeah, so good news. Love to promote the good news of the city. Glad to see St. Louis still getting, they could have gone a lot of different places. And they're going there. And speaking, by the way, of St. Louis City SC, they're getting ready to ramp up as well. The home opener is February 21st. That's right around the corner. The team ready with their new coach, new look, new players. Roman Berkey's back in net. I mean, they've already announced some of the theme nights that they have coming up. And of course, they do such an amazing job. Have you had a chance to get out to a game yet? I don't know if you're a big soccer fan or not yet, Rye.
No, but I'm planning on going this year for sure.
No, you'll love it. You will. You'll like it. I do like it. I mean, I grew up, I mean, I played college football, but I grew up a soccer fan here in St. Louis. February 21st is the home opener. That's literally right around the corner. St. Louis City SC getting back in action. They have St. Louis night, March 7th, 80s night, March 21st. They really focus on a lot. They have an educators night, a mental health awareness night, world soccer night, red hot rivalry night, youth soccer night. Oh, this might be up your alley. August 1st, they have a Marvel superhero night. You're into Marvels, aren't you?
Yes. That's
I mean, if you're
cool.
going to PokeCon
Yes.
Fest this weekend at the Radisson in St. Louis, I figured you were a big Marvel fan too.
Yes, I love Marvel.
They've got Arts Night, they've got Pride Night, Hispanic Heritage Night, Soccer for All Night, College Night, and Fan Appreciation Night. So, and of course, anytime you try to do something like that, I was looking at comments from a post. Then people are like, well, where's our nurses and first responders night? That's true. I get it. Then you're like, yeah, that was interesting. Then somebody says, well, no childhood cancer night for another. It's like you try to do nights, but then there's so many great causes. How do you possibly
Get every single one.
get everything? Somebody's like, where's our anime night? It's like, I can only imagine sitting in those meetings where they're trying to make it work for everybody, what's going on. So anyway, Nice to see St. Louis City SC getting things going, the soccer season coming back around. Maybe they'll shock us and surprise us. That would be nice.
We're banking on City now. That's when we know it got bad.
Well,
We're banking on City to have a good
I'm
season.
banking on anything, literally anything. And we're certainly hoping for the SLU team, the basketball team, to win the conference. I'll say it, go undefeated, be a great seed, get to play in St. Louis, see Illinois play in the area. Hey, listen, I'm not an Illinois fan. They're from Champaign. I don't think they're not in our state. Missouri's an hour and a half away, but we're a Missouri town. But you know what? Hey, I'm still rooting for Illinois to do well. I would just hate to see Illinois and SLU match up like in a second round game or something like that. I'm like, oh, no. That's nothing that we want there. Can't have that. But it could be fun. By the way, this is Art City Now. We are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at luinfo.com. That's the voice of producer Rye. I'm Vic Faust. Appreciate you guys being here with us Monday through Friday from 6 to 8. Hot Take 7.0 follows us with Cam Jansen and Jim the Cat Hayes, the Blues, the former Blue, and the Cardinals broadcaster, bringing you what they do all the time. It is 7:22 right now on this Tuesday, February 3rd. What's up in your neck of the woods? If there's anything that you guys want to promote from a St. Louis standpoint, let us know. Any interviews that you know about that you guys want to get out there, of course, we love to do that as well. Love to talk about that, promote all the positive that is happening. I do appreciate you guys when you let us know and jump in, as we said, on those places and whatever's happening, whether it's a charity event that's coming up, a new restaurant, a new bar, a new business, whatever the case, let us know. We love to promote and do what we can to help people all across the city and across the area from things that are certainly happening from that standpoint. But yeah, the new news there this morning, it just came out, obviously, when it came to what's happening with us getting some pre-Olympic games, which is really cool. And of course, next summer, we've got World Cup hitting Kansas City. So a lot of people from the St. Louis area heading out that way as well to enjoy what they can see. And then, of course, we have the Olympics. I mean, the winter break. I mean, we got the Winter Olympics coming up next week. That's literally, that's right around the corner. It's here already, buddy. We are there to watch. And you get into the Olympics still too, right? Winter Olympics as well?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite sport or do you even care?
Snowboarding.
Really?
Yeah. Like the
yeah. Those are some bad dudes and bad women doing what they do on those boards. My friends who are skiers just got back from Colorado, and they were saying that the guys that were the jerks on the mountains were the snowboarders. They said the snowboarders slicing and dicing the snow and not being so kind, I guess, out on the hill, especially with people who aren't maybe so great, so to speak, from that standpoint. By the way, talking about the Olympics, which are coming up, Travis Kelce, we know he's loved by a lot of Chiefs fans, and we know that the city is a Chiefs city for the most part. Well, Jason and Travis Kelce, of course, they from Cleveland Heights, Ohio, and they are trying to help out an Olympian, and it's really cool. So what's going on right now, thanks to an outpouring of donations, including a massive push from the hometown tandem Kelce brothers, Travis and Jason Kelce, they have been able for a woman named Layla Edwards' parents to be able to make the push to go see their daughter compete and make her Olympic debut at the Olympic Games next week. So what they did was a GoFundMe account was launched after Edwards was named to the U.S. roster. That happened this last month. and they were able to generate $59,000. People donated, including the Kelsey brothers. They were able to make and raise $59,000. The goal was $50,000. They were trying to make sure that they could get the Edwards. They're trying to bring 14 members of their immediate family to go watch their daughter play. That's pretty darn cool that people were stepping up, and they're from Cleveland Heights, where the Kelseys are from, and that's why they got involved in everything that was going on. So they said the significance isn't lost on Layla Edwards, who left home at 13 years old. This is what you do to become an Olympic star sometimes. At 13 years old, to attend Bishop Kearney Selects Academy in Rochester, New York, before then moving to Wisconsin, where she's playing her senior season for the top-ranked Wisconsin hockey team. Edwards just celebrated her 22nd birthday Sunday, is considered the future face of women's hockey, the United States women's hockey team. She is considered to be the future, and she's going to become the first Black female hockey player to ever represent the United States at the Olympics.
Okay.
She's a forward turned defender now. She's 6'1", 195.
Okay, point guard.
That is a lean, mean hockey machine right there. Yeah. That's you on skates, 6'1", 195. Layla Edwards. They said she has everything. Speed, size, playmaking ability. She's a leader, and she is the future of United States women's hockey. And the Kelsey brothers were able to help her family. And it appears now they're going to be able to get 13 or 14 members. They really didn't get a chance to see her play a lot of hockey growing up because she had to travel. She had to move away to go after her dream. And just a really good feel good story to see this. So we were talking about the hockey side. We'll talk about the Blues coming up next break. But this is a feel good story with the Olympics coming up. And it's somebody to know a little bit more about in her story. And who knows, maybe somebody that you can root for. The Americans, obviously, favorites for the gold with Canada as they come down. They've had some epic battles, just like the men have had as well. So congratulations to Layla Edwards and everything that they're trying to do there. This is Art City Now. It's a Tuesday morning. The sun is up. Not really shining yet, but looks like it's going to be another beautiful day. Temperature is supposed to be about 35 today, only 31 tomorrow, but then after that, it looks like it's 6-7 straight days, 6-7 days of warming temperatures in middle 30s, high 30s, 40s, upper 40s, maybe a 50 by the end of next week. Anyway, it's nice to see some of those things that are going on. Glad you guys are with us as well. Producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. We are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at luinfo.com. Where the Blues go from here after last night. Billikens with a game tonight. We can promote a $2 million lottery ticket, a scratchers ticket, one over in the North St. Louis area. Excited for that. It's Super Bowl week. Some of the things that are happening there. Anything else you guys want to promote, jump in, let us know. We'll be back to talk about that and more right after this.
You've seen this. It's brand new. Are you online?
Oh, hey. Oh, so you're new here.
All right, let's get cracking.
Okay, then maybe you should check out our website.
You're insane.
Well, you download songs illegally from the internet.
LouInfo.com. LouInfo.com. The Lou Information Station. 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
Our origin story began.
At Commercial Technology Solutions, we are all about solutions. We pledge that our sales staff will listen carefully to your needs and propose a solution customized to your business. Our services and tech support are second to none. When you establish your relationship with Commercial Technology Solutions, you can have confidence that your tech needs are in the hands of St. Louis's best. Contact them in Missouri at 314-421-3550, in Illinois 618-452-3550, and online at ctsphone.com.
When you buy a hot tub, you want more than bubbles. You want value that lasts. At St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, their low overhead means premium American-made products priced better than the competition, and the best price guarantee in town will beat any local dealer on a comparable model. With over 38 years in business and 400-plus five-star reviews, you can trust they'll be there to service your spa long after the sale. St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, highest quality, best price. Visit besthotTubPrices.com today.
LouInfo.com news headline brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
Your LouInfo.com news report. A man accused of killing a woman in a North St. Louis home appeared in court Monday. Mario D. Lee is charged with first-degree murder and the shooting death of 34-year-old Candace Horskins in December 2023. Police say Lee and Horskins were inside the home uninvited when a gunshot was heard. Horskins was found dead, and Lee fled the scene. A 4-alarm fire destroyed a winery in Missouri's wine country early Monday. More than a dozen departments responded to Wenwood Bay Winery near Herman after crews found the 15,000-square-foot building fully engulfed. The cause of the fire is under investigation. The Running USA conference continues today at Union Station with more than 700 race directors and industry leaders from across the country. And you may notice runners again today on downtown streets. Olympic gold medalist and East St. Louis native Dawn Harper Nelson opened the conference as the keynote speaker. Organizers say running is one of the fastest growing sports in America. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by Home Bank. Member FDIC. Secure your financial future by opening a high-yield checking account today. Go to myhomebank.bank to get started.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. A few showers possible today, maybe a mix of rain and freezing rain this morning, and then all rain this afternoon, mid-30s on today's high. Overnight, some clouds and upper teens. We get sunshine back on Wednesday, and we'll hit about 30. Warming up on Thursday, partly sunny and 40. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
Listen up, fellow timeshare owners. If you're a timeshare owner and you want out at all costs, you're done, frustrated, tired of wasting money, you don't use the darn things. Get out now. Hire the best Bulldog timeshare cancellation team in the business. Their in-house legal team, headed by a timeshare cancellation lawyer, can help you fight the biggest and baddest companies out there that sell timeshare. At some point, you were using your timeshare, but now you're not, and you're tired of wasting money. Before you go to the poorhouse, call right now and learn how you can stop the maintenance fees and put more money back in your pocket. Their services cost you a lot less than you think, and you'll save a lot of money over time. Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline now. It's a free consultation.
800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. That's 800-824-5131.
Fast Track Transport has been a trusted leader in vehicle shipping for over 25 years, providing reliable, affordable service across the U.S. Fast Track offers fast and safe transportation solutions for individuals, dealerships, fleets, and businesses of all sizes. The Fast Track team prides itself on honest communication, competitive pricing, and real-time tracking, which gives our customers peace of mind from pickup to delivery. Whether you're shipping a single car or managing a large fleet, Fast Track delivers a smooth, hassle-free experience every time. Come see why Fast Track Auto Transport has been St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs for over 25 years. The trusted way, the safe way, the Fast Track way. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004. That's ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. Appreciate you guys being with us as always. We always like to promote the good things that are going on. Remember a couple weeks ago, we had in Gretchen Mingus and the work that they're doing down on the landing, revitalizing the landing and the sold out apartment complexes, and these are nice and condo units. I want to make sure I'm doing them justice. They're absolutely gorgeous. I think it was, what she say, like 8 Cardinals players stay in the places downtown on the Landing. I know people are like, oh, the Landing isn't what it used to be. I get it, but they've really done a marvelous job. It all starts with safety. We know that. But anyway, I just saw Gretchen post. Channel 4 did a special on them last night in regards to all the work that they've been doing, and that Laclede's Landing is trying to improve, from the nightlife to the neighborhood to the safety, everything that's going on downtown. So I'm very happy to see Channel 4 and promote what they have going on down there. That's what we did on this show. I guess maybe last month, a month and a half ago. What it was, just the amazing work that Advantis Group has been able to do, the development company that's driving the transition from the residential life downtown in the district. I mean, if it's good enough for the Cardinals players, it's good enough for a lot of people, right? That's what I would think, or at least think that would be the case. 36. And we love to promote the positive, the good that's happening throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. So good. So glad to see that going on. The Blues last night. Not so great. We literally just came out of the story with Layla Edwards, the face of American women's hockey, coming up. Somebody to root for in the next couple of weeks. And then we talk about our Blues. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. They were up 5-1 last night. I mean, they looked good. I was like, damn, this is the team. This is what we want. They've got talent. Look at that Kyrou, Neighbors, Buchnevich line. They had 3 goals. They had 8 points. Second period, you're up 5-1. The dads are traveling with you. You're feeling good about yourself in an otherwise disastrous year because of expectations. Things couldn't get any worse. And then the bottom fell out. Nashville, who the Blues have had some issues with, scores 2 goals, quick goals before the end of the second period. And just like that, it was 5-3. So you're going to the third period. Everything's going to be fine, right? Nope, not the case. The Blues give up not 1, not 2, but 3 more goals in the third period. Probably, in my humble opinion, the worst loss of the season. I would call it the worst. You're up 5-1 and you lose 6-5. I'm sorry. That's I know being up 5-3 on the road at a division rival going into third period is no guarantee. But when you're up 5-1, just a few minutes before it was 5-3 in the second period there, yeah, you can't lose that game. You shut it down. You shut it down, but some careless mistakes, some careless play. And before you know it, it was over. Blues go on to lose. Final score 6-5. And you're like, oh no. No. Did this really just happen? And you're like, yeah, it just happened. The issue that you have from that standpoint is the defense just caved in. They just caved in. Nashville got better. They're a veteran team. They went all in on veterans, and now those veterans are starting to pay off, but they're still not even in the playoffs. Ryan O'Reilly, who we love in St. Louis, obviously helped lead us to a cup. He had 2 goals last night, very important goals as well. The defense did not play well for the Blues in the second period, towards the second and the third. Hofer gave up 6 goals on 28 shots. That was not a great night for him. And we already know the Blues are not a really good team on the road. Is the worst team in the NHL on the road. The worst. So they lose. Final score there now, final score 6-5. But the problem is they're 20, 27-9 on the year. That's it. 7-16-3. They've only won 7 games on the road this year. That's phenomenally bad. It's insane how bad that is. And then you look at, some of the people last night, or the players, Neighbors got his 14th goal. That was great. Then Pavel Buchnevich had his 10th, his 11th. That was great. Colton Parayko had a goal. They're spreading it around. Parayko, Broberg, Buchnevich. But then all of a sudden, here comes the veterans from Nashville. Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Stamkos. That's what they're paid to do to win. They did. And it continues kind of a streak that the Blues have with Nashville as of recent times. They just seem to have problems. With Nashville, and that's unfortunate. But well, it is what it is. And now this team trying to do what they're doing. So we move forward. Here's what happens now with the Blues, who are sitting in last place in their division, second worst in the Western Conference. They're not going to make the playoffs. Do they start to sell pieces off? They have one more game left on this dad's trip. That's the other thing. The dads were with you. You're up 5-1. You're rolling. You're feeling great. And then it happens. The collapse happens. So they continue the trip. And that'll be tomorrow night. And they're in Dallas. Hopefully they enjoy themselves and have a good time, because the Stars are still competing for one of the top spots in the Western Conference. They're in a dogfight themselves right now for playoff seeding, because Colorado has 81 points. Minnesota, who's had just a terrific year, they have 76. They're right behind Colorado. And then the Stars are in third, 1 point behind as well. Played one less game than Minnesota. So this is an important game for for Dallas as well. It's not like they're looking to give the Blues a feel-good win. And then after that, the Blues don't play again until February 26th at home. So you've got over 3 weeks of non-action. What does this team do? What are they trying to do? What's the goal? Armstrong's going to be leaving the current role he's in. Steen's going to be taking over. Does this team wait to the offseason? Clearly, they've got to make some changes. How many changes? Could their team be helped with some other trades or pieces that could help them for the future? For other teams trying to make a Stanley Cup run now, some of the names you hear, obviously, some of the veterans that, Justin Falk, Brady, I hope nothing happens with him. But he may be somebody who's wanted for toughness for a playoff run for another contender, which the Blues are not. Kyrou, Robert Thomas, all people who've named Jordan Bennington. It may sound crazy, but I guess everything's on the table. At least it always has been with Army, but things change with him not being in that same role for next year. We will certainly wait and see and find out where that goes, what they've got going on, and how they're going to handle that whole situation. So, yeah. Not the best thing in the world that we see happening right now, but I don't know. We'll see where it all comes about, how this is all going to happen in regards to where the Blues go. And then, of course, you've got some Blues players who will be competing in the Olympic Games as well. Nobody for Team USA, but we'll see Bennington and Colton Parayko who will be playing for Team Canada, which would be fun to watch. And then, we'll see if they're able to do anything. Obviously, those are two of the top teams that will be, that will be competing in the Olympics, which will be coming up next week, of course. And of course, we look forward to see that. By the way, this is Art City Now. Glad you guys are here with us today. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Of course. By the way, you've also got Philip Broberg He'll be in the Olympics as well. Broberg will be playing. And then, let's see, he'll be playing for Sweden. And I think there was another blue as well. I can't remember. I think there was one more blue. Forgive me, who might have been added late. But anyway, if you know that, you can jump in, let us know. And of course, we appreciate you letting us know what's going on there. 7:45 on a Tuesday morning, February 3rd. In better news tonight, how about SLU basketball? We got the team playing tonight. Billikens back in action. The likable Billikens. The coach is likable. The team is likable. They've bought into each other to make things even more likable. They have an 8 p.m. game tonight. Listed on CBS Sports Network to try to find them playing. You hope you could find the Billikens fairly easy to watch. They are the 19th ranked team in the country. That's right. 19 up to 19 at Davidson tonight. Davidson has been an average team this year. They're 13-8. By the way, the Billikens ranking right now, which is 19, it's the highest since 2014. Back in 2014, they won the A10 and they got up to number 18. This team is going to go way better than 18. If they continue to do what we think they're going to do, they could get up close to 10. I'm not kidding. With all the teams ahead of them that look like they could lose, the Billikens went out this regular season. They're going to be, they'll be close to a 10th ranked team with the next couple of weeks that are up there. Just watch. They will. And they will even become a more of a national media darling. And of course, you're going to see shirts and his shots from Humphreys, that video be played over and over again. Robbie Avila, some people like to call him as well. Thames, it's just a fun team to watch. So Billikens back in action tonight. That should be a whole lot of fun watching what they're able to get done. And then how about Illinois? Illinois has a game tomorrow night. They'll be hosting Northwestern. Illinois is up to number 5 in the country. You're talking about the Fighting Illini. I know we got some fans in the area being good enough, not only to make a Final Four run, but being deep enough and talented enough to compete for a national title. That's a whole lot of fun, especially for this area. So nice job with Illinois. And then producer Rye, Mizzou's not out of it yet. They're one of those borderline teams kind of sitting right around the edge of the tournament, probably out right now, but certainly with an opportunity to go 9-9, 10-8 in the conference and maybe sneak into the tournament. I said I'd love to see a Mizzou SLU matchup in St. Louis. That would take, if Missouri got in, they'd probably be like an 11 seed. And then they'd have to play 5 SLU. But I think SLU's going I think SLU's going to get a better seeding than 5. And I think they should. A lot of that will depend upon the KenPom, but and the rankings and how the tourney committee decides to play things and who they put there. But man, the college basketball scene certainly looking really strong with SLU and, of course, Illinois. And then Missouri kind of hang in there and maybe bring something a little bit better to the table. So a lot of fun there. And to see. By the way, it's a Scratchers game, by the way. Somebody asked me about what was going on with it was a $2 million Scratchers ticket that was sold over at the Gas Mart on Goodfellow. $20 won $2 million. It's a brand new game called the 40th Anniversary Celebration. Just began the end of December. They say that specific game has another $2 million top prize out there in state and a $100,000 second tier prize and 4 $86,000 prizes. Last year, if you were wondering, St. Louis City players won more than $44 million in Missouri lottery prizes, and retailers earned more than $4.1 million in commissions and bonuses for selling those winning tickets. So congrats to all who might have won. Always can imagine seeing something like that happen. It's like, yeah, we'll take that. That'll work. That would be wonderful. Beautiful. By the way, too, don't know if you're getting into, are you into the Super Bowl hype yet, my friend? Yet?
No, the Super Bowl seems so dry. And
It does. I agree. Right now it does. Media day today. But it's kind of, you got two of those teams. It's there's not a lot of pizzazz around either one of the teams. And don't most people think the Seahawks are going to like blow them out that you've talked to, or at least most people think, oh yeah, Seahawks are going to win. Seahawks are going to win. But then last year, I think a lot of people didn't expect the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl and get blown out by the Eagles either. And that happened. That was really bad and boring and an ugly Super Bowl. I'm just hoping that we get a good / decent Super Bowl with those two teams. But they got the media day today, so we'll see what, if anything, comes out of that. Any sort of hype. Everybody keeps it so close to the vest anymore. It's not like you're getting any bulletin board material or things from that standpoint, especially with these two teams that are fairly quiet. By the way, my friend, do you know, I know that sometimes you know the pop culture. Are you familiar with Sydney Sweeney? Actress.
Yes.
Model.
Yeah.
Poster girl.
Yes.
Did you see who she's going on a date with?
I don't know yet, but now I'm getting mad. Ooh.
Puka Nakua.
Oh, okay.
Come on, that's your Rams guy.
Okay, that's my guy. That's different. That's my guy.
You know, arguably, he's arguably one of the best receivers in the NFL, maybe one of the top two. But I saw that come out this morning where they were going out on a date, and I was like, oh my God, I got to tell producer Ryan about this if he hadn't seen that yet. His LA Ram Puka Nakua and the Super Bowl. So we'll see what that's making more news this week than the freaking Super Bowl. That's for sure. My gosh. Funny, crazy stuff. By the way, if you were just joining us and didn't have a chance to jump in last break, kind of, it's exciting news. Some of St. Louis City SC Energizer Park is going to be used to host some qualifiers and some knockout games for the 28 Olympic soccer. I think St. Louis was chosen as one of, 5, 6 stadiums in the country. So congrats to Carolyn Kendall and her crew for getting that done and getting it to St. Louis. That'll be good. Obviously, we know what a great soccer town we are. So happy that we got that going on. Plus, the Cardinals finally have figured out their broadcast situation, at least where you can watch the games. They'll be available on cable through MLB.com. That news coming out yesterday. So if you want to stream the Cardinals, you have an opportunity to buy a full season subscription for $99.99. $99.99 gets you the entire season, or you can go on a pay-per-month basis, which is $19.99. So that's what they have put together now. No more FanDuel. Cardinals are one of 8 teams, by the way, that are using Major League Baseball. So it's not like this is something brand new or nobody else is doing it. The Diamondbacks, the Guardians, the Padres, the Rockies, the Twins, the Mariners and Nationals, all going down that path and using MLB from that standpoint. Then they'll be deciding now, who the team is, the broadcasting team and where they are and who's part of the broadcast. And of course, the man who follows our show, Jim the Cat Hayes, Cardinals broadcaster. But I hope he has a significant role if you want to watch some Cardinals baseball, because he does such a phenomenal job. So he can't hear me. I'm not saying that so he can hear me. I'm just letting you know, because we're in the same studio, or at least the same building. They follow us, Hot Take Central 2.0. He's just fantastic at what he does. And he's done it over a long period of time. And the players like him as well. So good luck to Jim the Cat Hayes from that standpoint, as the Cardinals have a new venture now with MLB com. Appreciate them being with us. So there you go. So we got, what do you got? You got Blues tonight, or excuse me, the Blues play tomorrow night in Dallas. We got Billiken basketball tonight at 8:00. They're going to put a thump. We're going to put a thumping, a beat down on Davidson. Road game, 8 p.m. road game.
I hope, man. Take care of business, man.
Yeah, I see that happening. Illinois tomorrow. Mizzou basketball doesn't play till this weekend. It is Super Bowl Media Day, as we were talking about from that standpoint as well. Appreciate you guys being with us today. As always, we're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. If you guys have story ideas, interviews, ideas for us to promote local, anything, everything, businesses, bars, restaurants, entertainment, charities, let us know. That's what we'll do. That's what we enjoy doing here. That's for sure. Bummer with the Blues last night. Hopefully they can get a big win tomorrow night before they have a big 3-week break as they go on. So any other news, let us know. Keep us posted with any and all of those interviews. Enjoy the weather. It's going to, 35 today. If we get some sun, it shouldn't be too bad. Weather's going to get nicer over the next 6 days as well. So enjoy it. We appreciate you guys being with us today as always. For producer Ryan, I'm Vic Faust. Stay positive. Have an awesome day. Hot Take Central 2.0 with former Blue Cam Jansen and the aforementioned Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes are coming up next from 8 to 10 o'clock. Enjoy your day, and we will catch up with you guys tomorrow.
St. Louis sports fans, now